Go where? Already go where? Is there anywhere to go? So I was talking about what it is and how difficult it is to try to explain what it is to go into a full Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Because you can't explain what it is. There is no you, no world. There is only what is termed Brahman, that which is without form, without substance, yet it's more real than anything that's experienced here. And it's impossible to explain what that is like, because there's no me experiencing a Brahman, okay? There is nothing seen with the eyes. You've gone beyond the worldly stuff. And all words are of duality. You cannot define, you cannot explain, yet it has more reality than anything in this earth plane. So how can this be explained to anybody? Nothing is seen with the physical eyes. You're gone. And there's no you. There's no you that's witnessing something. Oh, I've seen Brahman and come back to tell you about it. No. At that point, you're gone. The fallacy is gone. 100% gone. There's no mind at that point thinking of something. Just before that, a split second, just blew the mind just like, whew, and all these thoughts, everything just goes like flying by. But in that moment, there's no you, no world, simply that. Like my guru asked me, because I contacted him. Well, are you convinced of this? I said, you can't be convinced of it because there can be no doubt. With the convincing of something, there had to be doubt somewhere. In this, there is nothing, not possible to doubt. It simply is. But yet you can't convey it to anyone. I cannot give it to you. It is so difficult. Even the text, all the sages try to speak of non-duality and what it is. It's impossible to give that to somebody that's just within mind. What is beyond mind? What is beyond the world? What is, prior to the world? What is prior to existence? What remains after existence? What allows existence to be? And by its very nature holds the laws of karma in effect. Yet it's not some persona up there that's making these choices and decisions. How can this be explained to anyone? How can this be conveyed? It's beyond words. One cannot convey ever in words what it is to be in Nirvikalpa, full Nirvikalpa Samadhi. And when one emerges from that and enters into a nirvana means blown out. And that's what happened. The mind at that point was blown out. Everything you thought you knew is gone. And it's so simple. Nobody needs to convince you of a world when your eyes are open and you're seeing it. Okay? It's self-evident. Just as when you're in the full Nirvikalpa Samadhi and there's no longer a you, that you dies the moment before you enter a Nirvikalpa. Is what the feeling is, that there's a death. One is surrendering. I said, on the altar of truth I lay myself and surrendered to that death because it felt like absolute death. And only God can pull me through. Because there's no more that I can do. And the next thing, there is no me, no world, no nothing, just absolute reality, aka Brahman, or God, or whatever one wishes to call that which is without name and form, but more real than anything that one can experience in the earth plane. And one comes back and wants to convey this, but it can't be conveyed in words. We can talk about one. We can talk about the difference between non-duality and oneness. Oneness is that, that you're feeling that you might feel like you aren't there, and everything is part of this one whole. But beyond that, there is nothing to be a part of. Never has been. When there's a full Nirvikalpa, you have never existed. I have never existed. That fallacy is gone forever. It never was. So this is so difficult. But it's between night and day, between oneness and realization. Oneness cannot hold a candle to realization. Oneness is still in the wave of Shakti, motion, duality. And under that current of duality is a one force. Okay? That's what they talk about with oneness. But there's something beyond that was prior to that first expression of Shakti in motion. That's realization. So you can go into a Nirvikalpa Samadhi, and some people go into a Nirvikalpa Samadhi, but when they come out of it, the mind takes up where it left off, and that's of no benefit. But one can go into a Nirvikalpa Samadhi, and the mind blows out. It dissolves, goes into stillness, quiet, no more. And that's a Nirvikalpa Sahaja Samadhi. That's realization. There is no mind that rises up to occlude. That reality is never occluded. If it comes and goes, it's oneness. Okay? This doesn't come and go. Okay. Big difference. Big difference. So those that do not speak, and those that speak do not know. You cannot speak of it. You can try, but you can't speak of it. Really, truly, you can't. So again, another confusion people have with that. If you try to talk of it, then you don't know because you're trying to talk of it. Well, sages throughout history have tried to talk of it. Doesn't mean that they're not there. It's just impossible using words of duality to talk about what's prior to the world and prior to the senses. Namaste.